Jaden, what are we doing right now?
Just setting up for our little talent acquisition event going on tonight.
Okay. What time does it start?
It starts at 6.
And how many professionals are we going to have here tonight?
We got around 40 plus professionals coming tonight, so I'm super excited, and around 100 plus students.
Okay.
So we're going to be packed tonight.
Okay. We got Armaan, our president, helping set up the step and repeat. Armaan, what are we doing? What are we doing right now?
We're almost done, actually.
Okay.
Setting this up.
Okay.
Pulling this over.
Okay.
You can kind of see like what it should be soon. Shiv, you are gonna pick that up. Coco and I will go together and walk it over to this other one. So that's what we're doing.
And we get to use the full length. This looks very efficient. Stand in front of there, Coco. Let's make sure this is gonna work. No, it looks nice. Yeah. Where'd you print this at?
Mitch, you think they what do you think? How do you think they did? Teamwork.
So part of what I like to do is turn over any of the leadership decisions to the team and look at how they came together. Visual. Here we are.
It looks so official.
It does.
So official. I'm gonna get Jake on camera, even though he doesn't want to be. Annalise, is this your second one?
This is actually my first one.
This is your first one.
My first one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. There's gonna be a lot of people, good opportunities to network. I learned a lot from Mitch, so I'm excited to practice what he told me and put it into action.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm Gracie. I'm taking over. I'll be the president next year of LMU Match, so come join if you are a student at LMU. Tonight we're having a bunch of recruiters and professionals, a bunch of alumni come speak to the students. Students are wearing their great outfits, bringing their resume, having their elevator pitch ready, and then we're gonna have a meet, and hopefully we can set up some possible internships.
I'm Eric Buchanan. I'm a senior talent advisor at King's Hawaiian. We're here to support LMU Match, and we were looking for interns, but we've got those all filled, so just kind of networking for the future.
And I'm Brandon Elliott. I'm a talent acquisition manager at King's Hawaiian, and this is my first LMU Match event, but super excited to partner with LMU. We're looking to really go deep with this school, so exciting to be part of it.
Are we live right now?
Can you introduce yourself right now?
Oh yeah, I'm David Crowley, and I've known Mitch for probably 10 years since he started being a professor, and a lot of this used to be like an idea he'd have to do this type of thing, and I mean, look at this, is crazy how many people show up, how many professionals and students. Great job coming in. He's really done a great job cultivating the future workforce here at LMU, so excited to be here.
Hi everybody, we have a senior. Amelie, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Amelie. I'm a management leadership major, and I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, she's a senior. Amelie, what did you think about the event?
It was so much fun. I had really, really sweet conversations with people. It's always fun chatting with students too. Like, it's so fun to talk about what our kind of plans are. I'm about to graduate too, so that's really freaky, but it's fun to talk to seniors and stuff like that. And I talked to the professionals too, which was fun.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, honestly, I'm really good at hiding how nervous I am. Like, in my head, I'm going through all the emotions, but I feel like I've done a good job of talking to people tonight.
Check. Everyone, if I can get your attention, up to the front. So nice to see you guys all for coming out. Thank you. Real quick, just wanted to congratulate you all for coming out to our second annual Talent Acquisition Summit. Real quick, round of applause. So great turnout here. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Armaan. I'm a current senior and the co-president of LMU Match.
I am Jaden. I'm also a current senior and the other co-president of LMU Match.
And we're going to hand it off to someone who's very special to us, our faculty advisor, Mitch. He's been helping us out so much. So he just has some words. This whole event was his brainchild, so definitely has some things to add, right?
Hi guys, thank you all for coming. I was telling a few of you the story. So part of the idea of this event is we would host our speed interviewing event, which a lot of you have been a part of. And part of it was afterwards, all the recruiters would just kind of connect and want to talk afterwards. And they're like, we've just been talking and interviewing with people for 2 hours, but we just want to hang out and still get to know each other. And I was like, well, we should create something for recruiters to come and meet each other, because turns out we're very social people. So thank you all for coming, the professionals. Hopefully you were able to connect with each other and meet some of our great students. And shout out to you students for coming. I know this is not easy, right? You're walking into a room and you're having to figure out who do I connect with and why. And so it's a big step, and it's setting you apart from the others, people who you're going to be competing with for jobs, because you are here doing this, right? This is a skill like anything else. You're all getting better at it. Now, for all of those in my class, you guys know exactly what this is, the key interview folder. So very good. Congrats, guys. Good work. Good one. So real quick, and to show of hands, from all of our alums and professionals here, we have several LMU Match presidents. Do you mind just raising your hands if you were a past LMU Match president? A round of applause. So LMU Match started 10 years ago with the first class that we taught here about recruiting. And through that time, it's grown to what it is today, thanks to you all who kind of kept it going. And I still remember, like, peak COVID, we had one LMU Match member, it's Laura Bourne, and she was like, what are we doing with this? I'm like, let's just keep this going until things come back. And so we had some periods where we literally had a membership of one and kept it going to where we are today. And I'm proud to see what you guys have all built. And it's really thanks to our seniors who are part of LMU Match today, because they've really elevated everything that we've done here. So for our senior LMU Match members, especially Jaden and Armaan and the rest of the group, I did want to use tonight to recognize you guys and give you guys your very fancy LMU Match stoles. So you can come up and grab your stole. Justin, get up here. You can wear like a dozen. Nikita, where are you? Come on up. Danae, I would like you to come up and have one as well, because you really helped our guys. And I know you're filming, but now you have to come get one.
Thank you, Mitch, for that. So obviously he's been with us for this long now, and it really is meaningful to have such a meaningful advisor and guide us in the future. Jaden and I just have one extra thing for him as well, if you guys want to entertain us here.
Yeah, a couple years ago, I was a sophomore and the full e-board was full of seniors, and we just got back from COVID, and I'd say a bunch of our events only had about 1/10 of everyone that's here right now. And I met Mitch, and I was really struggling with my resume, and I wasn't sure if he really helped me with exactly to where I wanted to go, as well as then propositioned me to be president of LMU Match. Yes, professionally, of course, to become the president of LMU Match. And then from there, I built my team with Armaan, and it became to where it is today. And we wanted to thank Mitch for everything, for how he kind of not only helped us build this club, but helped us build each other and ourselves individually over the course of the past couple of years. So we wanted to give him this kind of personalized LMU Match mug.
So here, Mitch, turn us up here. So I don't know if you guys have noticed the red carpet out there, but that's new. And we've been really growing this club and working with staff out and working with other sources, and we're able to personalize these things. So I wanted to give you this mug, and if you could please read that quote on the back for everyone right there. That's just, by the way, the quote is from Executive Board 2024-2025, but honestly it's from all of us who have been on the board for LMU Match. So you want to go ahead and read that for us?
It says, your mentorship has shaped us into leaders we're forever grateful.
Hi, you guys. I want to introduce you to someone special. Her name is Nikita. Nikita, go tell us a bit about yourself, your name, your major.
I'm Nikita. I'm a journalism major. I'm a senior. For UMatch, I'm the marketing coordinator.
So how do you feel being a senior? How do you feel being a part of LMU Match, and like what it contributes to other students, their lives and their career trajectory?
Yeah. Well, I just love helping people out, because I know I was in that position without an internship and didn't know what to do. But just to be able, with the knowledge I've gained being on UMatch, and to be able to give that to other students, I find that to be really, really nice.
That's cool. All right, you guys, I'm here with the LMU Match member. His name is Hassan. Hassan, introduce yourself, your year, your major.
Hey everyone, I'm a junior finance major at LMU, and I'm part of LMU Match. Next year I'll be the chief strategy leader, and I'm really excited for what's in store.
Okay. Hassan, tell us a little bit about why you joined LMU Match, how that all came about.
Totally. Actually, it was the same event last year. It was the Talent Acquisition Summit. I showed up, didn't even know what a resume was, and I was really shy. Mitch and Armaan, you know, great mentors, great leaders. They told me, hey man, just get in there and start networking. And from that moment forward, you know, all the future events after that were extremely successful, very beneficial for my college career. And, you know, it's really helped me during my junior year and also during the junior year internship search.
So earlier on, we had like a conversation, like, tell me a bit about why it's a little bit hard for people to come to something like this. Like, can you give some advice on people who would have to like feel uncomfortable or, you know, coming to something, be nervous about coming to an event like this? Like, just like give some advice or some tips.
Yeah, I would definitely say number one is the fear and anxieties of, you know, recruiting, networking. You know, you're kind of forcing a student to just go into a room full of strangers and tell them like, hey, connect. Of course, you know, there's a lot of questions when that happens. And for LMU Match, the number one thing that we really care about is community. So everyone, you know, is learning, they're figuring out what to do in their lives, their college careers, totally natural, normal. And we really emphasize, you know, the idea of just putting yourself out there, being consistent, being proactive. And, you know, learning the values that LMU Match teaches has been really beneficial for myself. But also, you know, in the future, leading the organization, I'm really excited to tell other students about, you know, this mindset shift that I've had personally can happen to anybody, especially me. I used to be a very shy, you know, quiet kid, and now I feel like I'm on top of the world. And that energy and that, you know, momentum, all I want to do is share with LMU students. And, you know, LMU Match is definitely just a great place overall to come here for recruiting information, but also building a community and a network of students that are very like-minded.
Tell them what you got going this summer so they can have some encouragement, you know, to pull forth and take that next step to do something.
Totally. So again, the internship search, especially junior year, is very important, but also very stressful. And from everything I've learned from UMatch, whether it's, you know, the processes of applying, being efficient with your time, interviewing, and then also the idea of navigating the offers and whatnot, a year ago, if you told me I'd be debating between 5-6 companies, I wouldn't believe you. But now I'm actually so privileged to say that, you know, I've had choices. I can decide which company I want to go to, which roles best fit what I'm looking for. And then, of course, what everybody loves, compensation. You can kind of pick and choose, you know, the best companies when it comes to that regard.
What opportunity did you get this summer that you're at?
I'm really excited and really grateful, of course, to Mitch and everyone to say that I've accepted a internship with Northrop Grumman this summer. I'll be in Utah, Salt Lake City. I'm doing a finance/accounting internship. Again, as a finance major and you know, strong company name as Northrop. I'm really excited just for the opportunity, the experience this summer. And then also when I come back as a senior, I have a lot of more experience that I can share with other students. And then also, if I want to use this company to leverage for other opportunities, that name, you know, everybody's going for the big names. I want to really teach students that if I can do it, you guys definitely can. And, you know, next year I'm so excited to be Chief Strategy Leader and definitely help students with that process.
Thank you, Son. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for your enthusiasm. I feel happy being a senior, leaving the legacy off to you to carry it on. And I think you're going to do a wonderful job. So thank you, Hassan.
I appreciate those words so much. It means a lot to me. And again, I'm so excited, especially to lead with Mitch and stuff.
All right, Mitch. So thank you for my senior stall. I really appreciate it. What do you think today about the event? Seeing some of the seniors off that were very important and pivotal to the journey of Match to this point.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts moving forward with this?
I mean, I think for me, the biggest thing is that I get to meet a lot of students, their freshman, sophomore year at events like this, right? And watching them grow up till seniors. You're obviously in a different situation with where you're at, but a lot of these people are kids when they start, right? And so the biggest thing for me is to watch them mature professionally to a point where they can host an event like this, put on an event like this, and be the connector for other students who are feeling uncomfortable and awkward, and they get to meet with professionals. And it's just like awesome to watch people come out of their shell.
Right.
You know?
A lot, Hassan, I got his story of, he wasn't really able to talk. He didn't know how to talk until he started. He told me how he landed an internship.
Yeah.
At Northrop Grumman.
Yeah.
So he told me he was very shy and he was introverted until he kind of started knowing you, working with you, coming to the events, and it loosened him up. And he came across so well, and he was so well spoken. But like, to me, he's just like a catalyst for a lot of the students in Match.
Right.
So like, and I think you're contributed to a lot of them understanding and helping them able to understand how important it is, like you don't just get a job just simply off the qualifications. It's how, warm you're making people connect.
Yeah. I think the biggest misconception when you're starting college, and this is for you, is, everyone feels like they have to be something that they're not, right? They have to put this professional face forward and they have to try to act this certain way. And I think the biggest aha moment for me is when people are just their authentic selves, because I think that is the powerful thing. And I think Hassan's a perfect example of he was trying to say the exact right thing at the exact same moment. But I think once he just became himself, like all of a sudden he came out of his shell and he was able to connect with people and be curious about others. And I think what I try to do, like we talked about before, is like we're authentic and people see that. And so then they're authentic and then they can then spread that around the room. And I think you saw that tonight. I thought it was great energy. I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
This is one of my favorite events with Match. So for me, it was like pretty fun, but the energy, like I didn't see people rushing to leave. The recruiters and the students were like engaged. Like no, everybody was having a good time. The energy was good. Mitch, you have such good friends that want to come, not only friends, but colleagues and people that know you that want to come and be here. So I think you're contributing to a lot of the energy that was in there. So like I had an excellent time. This is my favorite Match event.
Awesome. So are you going to wear your stole at graduation?
I'm 100% wearing my stole. I should have wore it now, but I'm 100%. And I thank you so much for my stole. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you guys for coming. Yeah.
David, can you please introduce you? This is your second time at a LMU Match event?
In the last month, yeah. I've come to a lot of the events over the years.
Can you introduce yourself and what you do?
Yeah, sure. Quick background is I've known Mitch for about 10 years since he started being a professor, and he started LMU Match. And I used to come to all the speed interviewing events that I saw you at, I think last month or whatever. And the events have evolved into things like this. This is probably one of the best ones.
This is my favorite.
Yeah, I mean the turnout of with the professionals and with students here, it's been great. So my background is, the reason why Mitch and I connected is we kind of live parallel lives. I used to do a lot of talent acquisition. I started my own recruiting agency like Mitch did. We have a passion for backyard farming and things like that Mitch doesn't always mention in his classes.
No, he doesn't.
It was something that I knew him for months, and we're talking about talent acquisition and boring job stuff. And all of a sudden he mentioned he had chickens, and I was like, "What? You have chickens at your house?" And then he likes growing his own food, and I'm all into that. So my company is we're trying to help people grow food where they live, learn, work, and eat. And locally, we provide service to schools, to people's homes, to different restaurants and office parks with any types of edible gardens that they have. So we provide service. And the other part we do is we ship seedlings through the mail. So customers go on our website and order vegetable seedlings. Could be tomatoes, leafy greens, herbs, vegetables, different types of vegetables, and we ship them all around the country. What I think gets you excited, probably, because I know your capstone class talks about this stuff, is we've taken a different approach to farming. In the farming industry, there's a lot of food waste, and some of that's just the design of the model. But with us, we want to try to be zero waste, and we purposely overgrow how much food we need at our company, how many seedlings we grow, and we have different nonprofits, schools, and different areas of our community that we donate our seedlings to. So not everybody can afford a $3 little tomato plant.
No.
But they're all helping. For all those purchases, they're helping benefit our community. And when we designed our business, we spent about a year just talking about it, what type of company we wanted. And one of the things that was important to us is how can we maximize our how can we maximize our ways that we can help our community. And giving free plants away was a big deal, and we incorporated as a benefit corporation too. So yeah.
I thought that was I was really amazed by his story, and not only does he gives back, Cerca gives back to the community. That was like one of the really important aspects of really what I like about learning about his company. I just really want to highlight that at Loyola, it's like one of the key elements that we're like that's kind of put into us is like doing business for good. So at every point in every class that we take, like we are always there's always a check system of like, hey, money is fine, but is it benefiting? What are you doing to benefit your community? What are you doing to benefit the earth? Like, how are you helping people? Are you hurting people? So like, to me, what you're doing is like a great example of that. And I really just wanted to give you like a highlight and a spotlight on what you actually do, because that's amazing. I'm going to tell you right now, we were probably going to want to come visit you and see what you do. And I think it's amazing. I think food justice is something that I think it's kind of been on the forefront, but not really. But I think more people need to be talking about this, because the more people have knowledge of it, the better choices that they can make. So I really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And for me, I got my start in corporate jobs. I worked in hedge funds and finance, and it was all about maximizing shareholder value or making as much money as possible. And it didn't resonate with me. It didn't, the people that were ahead of me, 20 years ahead of me, weren't who I wanted to be. Of course. And this is something that, when we talk about our company, we are for profit, but we're also for good. You mentioned for good. So, for us, that's really important, that we stand on our own. We make more money than we spend, but we're also for good. We consider we consider employees, we consider customers, we consider our environment, our community. Those are all factors in every decision we make.
I love that.
Thank you, Danae.
I love that. I love that. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
And that's pretty much all I want to highlight. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in.